Our big story on 12 News at 6. One of Apache Junction's most influential business owners is suing the city, claiming he's the victim of nasty racial slurs and outright discrimination.
He runs a popular restaurant and bull riding arena that draws visitors from all around the world. Good evening, I'm Paul Gerke. Mark has the night off.
As Team 12's Joe Dana explains, the feud involves an immigrant's dream,
talk of building a wall, and a divided community.
Good luck to you, bud.
They call him Mo.
You can't walk around and not know Mo.
And he's not your typical cowboy.
Hang on, hang on.
A computer programmer from Pakistan, Mehmood Mohiuddin immigrated to America, became a U.S. citizen, and eventually got into the restaurant and tourism business, opening the Hitching Post Saloon a decade ago.
Kind of a place that everyone calls home.
Offering an experience of the Wild West, complete with live bull riding.
America is a dream. Today you are a poor, next day you are a millionaire. That's why they call him a land of opportunity.
But Mo and his attorney claim the Hitching Post's future is in jeopardy and that he's a target.
Because he doesn't fit the preferred stereotype of who certain people would like to see succeed, he's being discriminated against.
Mo filed a federal lawsuit against the city earlier this month, alleging that while he has attempted to add new entertainment options and make parking accommodations, city leaders placed 13 arbitrary and capricious conditions on his business, some that violate the city's own codes. Those include paying for a traffic study, a new septic system, and a 12-foot wall to be built around his property that Mo says alone will cost at least $100,000. The suit alleges Caucasian business owners aren't scrutinized the same way, and that the city of Apache Junction has a policy of race discrimination with city employees freely using racial epithets to refer to Mohiuddin.
I hate to use the terms terrorist, camel jockey, sand, N-word. Those are the words that my witnesses that I've interviewed are telling me that they're willing to testify to that are being used about Mo.
An attorney representing the city of Apache Junction tells us the city denies the substance of Mr. Mohiuddin's claims. The city does not, in policy or practice, engage in discrimination, racial or otherwise. We did not in this matter.
The noise and the bull riding.
A handful of homeowners and one very vocal former mayor say it has nothing to do with bias but lifestyle.
Before, it was a dash in at a gas station. That's all it was. He come in and made a three-ring circus out of this place.
Residents presented video evidence of what they say shows unreasonable noise levels and lights emanating from the Hitching Post at night.
Thank you for coming.
The city has given the Hitching Post 6 months to comply.
If Mo were of any other ethnic diversity other than Pakistani, Middle Eastern, given the state of the world right now, I think things would be different.
I want freedom. I want to run a business. I want to generate the revenue for the city of Apache Junction, tax dollars.
The city's attorney also tells us they have provided Mo the same accommodations that they do every other business. Joe Dana.